I hope you're all okay today, and if you're not feeling well, I hope you feel better very soon. I wanted to thank you all for all your kind comments on my video yesterday. I still feel an utter complete fool to thinking that I could have a puppy and everything else, but you've all been very kind, so thank you. I felt like running away and hiding, but I thought, well, I'll come out and tell you what's happened, and you know, I know you're all very, very sweet to me, so thank you. Mwah. I've got my sweet Sidney with me today. He's my comfort baby, or he's become my comfort baby. It used to be Beatrix. And he is a full-bodied silicone little boy, and he is the Andrew sculpt by Maisa Said, and he is totally, totally adorable, and he wants to go mwah. Big kisses to his brother Dominic. I'm going to change him into something a little bit warmer today, and this is a long-sleeved blue romper that Alexandra sent with him, and it's like a waffly material. It's got all little bobbles on it, and it's got a crossover with 4 little blue buttons, and it says little love on it in a darker blue, and it's got a little blue heart embroidered. It's got a white collar because it looks like there's a little insert for a shirt, but it's actually all in one. Got buttons down the back, and I'm going to pop some little blue socks on him because he's going to have these little white and blue booties that Auntie Gail sent him, and he's only got little feet, so I thought we could pad him out a little bit and have a little chat. And I wanted to chat about my very first experience of a Ouija board, or Ouija board, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I don't know if any of you have ever used one of them. I knew absolutely nothing about them at all. There you go. Oh, look at this little sweet footsie. He's got the sweetest little feet. I was 18 and a half, probably, over in Germany for the first time away from England. There's this other little footsie. He's got a little heel prick. And my husband had gone away on tour, and over you go, sweet boy. There he is. Oh, he's such a sweet baby. And I was on my own with a young baby, and I'd made friends with the girl next door. Oh, looks like you need a bit of powder, my darling. Let me get a little bit of powder while I'm talking. And we were kind of attached to a regiment, and the regiments go around together, all the wives, so they all get to know each other really well. Whereas my husband was attached to the regiment, so I didn't know anybody, you know, we were kind of on our own. But I'd met the girl next door. I told you that in another video, and her name was Chris, and she told me that some of the other wives wanted to meet me, and they were going to have a Ouija board party. Well, I'd never heard of a Ouija board, or Ouija board. There we go, darling. So I had no idea what it was, but I did want to meet some of the other wives, you know, get to know a few people. Come on, darling, looks like Mummy needs to get you a vest, doesn't she? Yeah. So I went to this party, and that's when I had my very first glass of wine as well. So got a bit lightheaded. There he is. Let me get him a little onesie. I've got them in the drawer just here, so should be able to do that quite quickly. Just pop that there. Right, a small onesie. I've got all the onesies in the top drawer here, so hopefully I've got a small one. I can pop on him. I think these are all the small ones, aren't they? I don't know if they'll be small enough though. It might be that I've put them in the box. Let me just, what's that, a small one? Yeah, that's a crossover though. Let's have a little look. I'll just pause you a moment. Put them all in the box with Beatrix. Let me give him a bit more powder. Where was I? Yeah, I had my first glass of wine at that party. I'd never had a drink before, so a bit lightheaded. Anyway, they get this board out and they told me it was like to get in touch with spirits. So I was a bit dubious about that, you know, so I said, well, I'll just kind of sit it out and watch you, because, you know, I wasn't really that comfortable with it. And so they were kind of doing the Ouija board bit, or Ouija board, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but anyway, they were doing all that, and I was having a glass of wine and just watching them. And over you go, darling. Let's do your little back. He's got the cutest little back. Really cute, baby. You're going to put your arm out, sweetie. There we go. He's got lovely little back. Look at his little back. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's dark again today. Honestly, you would not believe we're nearly into June here. It's nothing like summer at all. I'm back in my thick jumpers again. There you go, sweetheart. Yeah, so they're doing this board thing, but not a lot's happening at all. And then one of them said, have you got a message for anybody here? And it spelled out Sue, just S-U-E. Well, of course, I was the only person with a name that was close to that, being Suzanne. And they said, do you mean Suzanne? And it went to yes. And they said to me, oh, it's for you. It's a message for you. So you've got to come and put your finger on here. And I thought, oh, goodness, I don't want kind of any messages, but there we go, sweet baby boy. But, you know, I couldn't say no, could I? You know, a room full of women that I hardly knew. So I went and put my finger on it, and the thing went mad. You know, it was shooting about everywhere, and we had trouble holding on to it. And they all said, oh my goodness, you know, why are you going so fast, kind of thing. And it spelled out 7 of 7, which I am the 7th child of the 7th child. I was the 7th child. I am the 7th child in my family, and my dad was the 7th child. Hope you're seeing this little boy all right. Got him in his nice thing. I'll just get some mittens from my little pack here. And I said to them, yeah, I am, you know, like the 7th child, and they said, oh, you got special psychic powers and all this. And oh goodness, I don't really want them, you know. But anyway, they said, what message have you got for her? And it spelled out death. And I thought, oh my God, I don't want to know about this. So I took my hand off, and it stopped mid kind of sentence. They said, oh no, don't take your hand off, it wants to tell you something. I thought, well, I don't want to know what it is, basically. But they said, put your hand back on, come on, you know. And I mean, what can you do? So I put my hand back on, and they said, who's gonna die? Who do you want to tell her? And it just spelled out M-I-B. M-I-B, Mib. Now, none of them knew me really well. I mean, I hadn't known Chris very long. She didn't know much about me and my family, and I'd never ever mentioned to her you seeing this little boy all right? I'm a bit worried it's too dark. I've got the light on in here and everything, and the blind open, but still looking a bit dark. Anyway, let's get your hand in here, sweetie. So none of them knew that I had an uncle, my dad's younger brother, called Boris, who we always referred to as Mib, Uncle Mib. So that was really, really spooky, as you can imagine, because they just didn't, nobody knew. And they said to me, oh, that don't make any sense, does it? What the hell, what's Mib? And I said, oh, well, that's a nickname we've got from one of my uncles. And they said, oh, he's going to die, he's going to die. And I said, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And Chris said, I don't either. I don't think that's very nice. We're just leave it. So we left it, and one of the babies started crying, and we went to look after them. And then shortly after that, we left. And I really wasn't very happy, about it. And there we go, darling, that fits you lovely. Let's just pop you over. There you go. This fits him nicely again, doesn't it? Anyway, I tried to forget about it, not to dwell on it. I had a young baby to look after and everything, so I tried not to. But the very next letter that I got from home, my dad used to write to me. He was the only one I used to hear from. Let's get your little fingers out. Mwah. Let's get those little fingers out. Mwah, you're so beautiful. Your collar's sticking up a bit, isn't it, matey? My dad told me that my Uncle Mib had died. And they'd had the funeral and everything by the time my dad had written to me. So I couldn't go back or anything, but, I couldn't have anyway because my husband wasn't around. So yeah, it came true, which was even more scary, because I felt as if I kind of bought it on him by having a go, trying this game. Not that it was much of a game. So yeah, he did actually die. So it was really sad, I went to his grave when I went back home eventually, but and I've never done it again. I've never done a Ouija board again, because I just find all that a bit scary, I mean, I've been to see a medium, but that didn't involve that kind of thing, but yeah. So have any of you done that? Have you any of you tried that? Oh, these fit him lovely. His little shoes on. They fit him nice with the socks underneath, because he's got quite small little feet. He's only a little preemie boy, but they look nice, Gail, look. Yeah, I was pretty naive, didn't know anything about this kind of thing, so it was all a bit of a shock really, and I never could take much to wine. I always ended up being like a Bacardi girl or a brandy. I like that kind of thing, but not wine. There we go, darling. Oh, he's so cute. Look at that on him. Isn't that adorable? And I love these little booties. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That needs ironing down, doesn't it? Let's get this. There's a little clip here. I'll just clip it down for a minute, see if it has stayed down. And give his hair a brush. Wrong brush, mummy. So yeah, it was all a bit scary, and the lady that whose flat we did it in, because it was kind of a block of flats, She said she never felt alone in there again. Always felt as if there was something else in there with her. I would have found that quite disturbing, but it didn't seem to bother her, but it would have done me. I don't know about you. But yeah. So I'd be interested to see what you all say, if anybody else has had a similar experience, you know. I'll just pop his dummy on so I don't forget it. Has that held that down? Oh yeah, it's cooled it down a little bit, but I need to on that, I think. But that is super cute on him. He's such a beautiful boy. I'm going to give him a cuddle. I'm going to have a sit down now. So have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll be interested to see what you think. Mwah. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.